Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Spooky Show with Viv and Dan. You'll notice I've got no Dan. He's off enjoying his holiday and most probably has no internet connection, knowing him. But I've made up for it because I have the wonderful Barry R. Frankish with me. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. What about yourself?
Much better looking than Dan, I must say.
Yeah, there's
More
something.
pleasing on the eye.
I think what it is, you've had a shave, haven't you?
Listen, tonight, everybody, I just have to give a massive shout out to the late Norman Fahy. It was his birthday today, and I'm hoping he's celebrating it and having a wonderful time with all those iconic rock stars that have passed over before him. So, Uncle Norm, if you are listening, have a good one, mate, and rock it out.
As in Bill and Ted. Excellent, dude.
Yeah, I could just see him doing that with his air guitar. I just got to give a few shout outs before we get into it, Barry. We've got some
Yeah.
people in the chat. Um, Sarah Louise, hello. She's a lovely lady, is our Sarah. I'm calling her our Sarah like she's part of my family, but she knows what I mean. She's lovely. Um, Hello from Japan. Hi, Irene. Hope you are well and good morning to you. Hello, Mr. Mould. I hope you're doing well. Lois is with us. She calls herself Willow. But we know her as
I
Lois.
know.
Sorry, Lo. And Cliff has joined us this evening. Hi, Cliff. I hope you're doing well, sir. Oh, thank you, Irene. She's amazing, that woman. And Eric. Hello, Eric Thompson. Eric and Rita. They're in Wisconsin in America. So, yeah, so they're just all talking amongst themselves. So, Barry,
Yes.
so much to talk about. How many years have we got to catch up on? At least three or four.
Oh, it's at least. When did we see each other last? A Parameet, weren't it? Oh, that's it. 4 or
Been
5 years back.
ages. Yeah, we got so much to catch up on. I don't even know where to begin. But I will begin with this Proud to be Paranormal and
Yes.
the buttons that you've made, the badges.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. How did that come about, Barry?
It's.
And why?
I've always been fascinated by events and organisations. We get involved in paranormal because everyone's got a day for something, whether it's
Mm,
there's we're flag for this or flag for that, or no matter what it is, you've got bank holidays for this, bank holidays. Therefore, the paranormal really doesn't have such a day as such, like a national holiday type thing, because obviously it's not a legislated subject. And so
yeah.
I thought a little bit of fun. I mean, what do people wear all the time? T-shirts. Everyone loves t-shirts. It's British summertime and t-shirt weather. And I thought
Yeah.
everyone's got a black t-shirt to wear a picture on. I've got a picture of Transformer t-shirts and all wacky races and all sorts of things. I thought I'm going to create a t-shirt day. And I thought if no one plays ball with it, I'm not wasting anything. So
Yeah.
so I basically started a bit of a ball rolling paranormal t-shirt day, proud to be and call it proud to be paranormal because I am. I mean, I love a paranormal. I mean, I know lots of
Mm,
people who are as well, but they might not be as very inclined to be publicly show of it because it might. Some people still see it as a bit of a taboo subject. But
yeah.
why not? Why shouldn't you be proud of what you do? It's different as well. I mean, people collect stamps, people collect chain numbers. Why not be paranormalists? And
Mm,
I thought, be proud of what you are, what you do. And it wasn't just that either. I thought, I mean, as in the last few years, I've not been in my best of health, and I thought, what could I do? I've done the health awareness stuff. Bullying, that's a big subject, not just in the paranormal world, but in general, from the school age right to modern to adulthood. Everyone at some point is either experienced it or knows someone who's experienced it. It's not a nice
mm.
thing to go through. And I thought, let's make an highlight of it. Make it something we can say, look, we're not going to tolerate it anymore. So I merged right
No.
in with it. I merged right in with it as well. And the t-shirt thing took. I was the Saturday morning, the 29th, I think it was, at 20. I think it was 20. Yeah, 29th it was. I had to think then. And we had pings on my phone. Ping, 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 ping. Everybody's wearing the t-shirts. Hashtag proud to be paranormal, and people still doing it, and it's brilliant. And what I'm going
Yeah.
to do as well, carrying it every year, if it around about the 29th, it's on a Saturday, so I think next year it will be on the Saturday 27th, roughly about the same time. And I'll try and make it a bit more extravagant, a little bit bigger. And it wasn't just the UK, we had Scotland, Ireland, Asia, Australia, the United States, Canada. Brilliant. Loads of people participating. I'm quite surprised, pleasantly. And I've also had some badges printed off, and proud to be paranormal. And what I'm doing, I'm UK money, sterling, £1.50 each. But I am also donating 50p of each sale to a UK bullying charity once it's all finalised.
Brilliant.
So it's not just for me. I'm going to cover printing costs and that, and postage costs, and I'm going to donate to this anti-bullying charity. So
yeah, no, good for you.
And I thought,
people are asking. They need to get a pin. I might have to buy a bunch out from you and just send them out to people as they want them.
I've had to buy 3 batch loads already.
Really?
They're so popular. Yeah. And I love it. I mean, it's brilliant because, I mean, like I say, everyone's playing ball. We are proud to be paranormal. The hashtag's still on Facebook. So if you go on Facebook, hashtag proud to be paranormal, pops up as pictures previously, what we did on the 29th. And it's not just a charity for a day thing. It's not, I mean, paranormal is not for a day, it's for life. Or I should say the afterlife. And it's continuous thing, and it will be so. Yeah, and it will be so. So it's making awareness against bullying. Like I said, not just in a paranormal field, because it does happen, as we know. And why should you have to give something up what you enjoy doing? But because some like small-minded little person decides they want to pick on you, say balls to them and just show how proud you are. I say, look, you're not stopping me doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, and also to the bullies out there, if you're listening and you're doing it quietly and behind the scenes and not in the eye of the public media, you still will be found out.
Oh, yeah,
and
exactly.
it's still bullying. It is still bullying.
Even behind a keyboard, everyone's got an IP address. Everyone can be traced.
Exactly.
And it's not just that. By doing that in the first place, you're a coward.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like when you're at school. I mean, I'm from a Yorkshire school, as you know, and if you had a gripe with somebody, it was playtime. Next day, you're best friends again. I mean,
Irene says something really interesting. She said, Asia is still being very silent when it comes to the paranormal, and you might have to shake it out of them to come out and say anything because they have to stay silent about what I do. Do you know what? It might be. Do you know what? We should go to Japan. We should go and get a bunch of us together. Oh, we're going to hit Japan.
Get me Facebook. Get me Japanese Facebook.
We'll get Irene out with us.
I'd either end up in prison or somewhere I shouldn't be.
So that's like, what are you doing here? We're looking for Ju-on. Hi, Wayne.
What you want? Sorry. Yeah, bullet train. I'd love to go that bullet train.
Yeah, Irene says you can stay with her as well. Irene, there might be about 20 of us coming.
I think I'll be back garden. Get tents pitched.
Oh, but this idea with the Proud to be Paranormal, what a fantastic idea. And it's going to a good cause. And do you know what? On behalf of the paranormal community, I'm going to say to you, thank you. Because you come forward, you stood forward, and you're doing something about it, and you're helping people even without realizing it. You know that they can be brave, they can stand up to them, and there's more that it's not just happening to me; it's happening to others as well. So, thank you, Barry, for doing that.
It's not just that either, because as you know, a couple of years back, I had a stroke and a TIA, and it did affect me quite a lot. And it were a paranormal world that helped me. And I thought I'd like to give it something. I'd like to give it something back. I mean, I believe in that. I mean, what a good deed deserves another good deed, and pass it on.
Yeah.
And before you know it, it's like a snowball. It'll get bigger and bigger and better and better. I mean, I'm thankful for paranormal. I mean, I know some brilliant people through the paranormal world. I give it the same respect, but whether you're alive or dead, and but it should deserve. And just because people don't understand it or be a bit reluctant to understand it, doesn't mean it's to be feared. I mean, there's some brilliant people in this little system of ours. I mean, because it's taboo to some people, it shouldn't be. I mean, just because you don't understand it, don't fear it. I mean, if you're in the right set of people, you're laughing. It's a brilliant place to be. And I thought, because people have helped me, I want to give it a little bit back. And if
Do
I
you
have
know
got some,
you've already done that with the book, because I've got a copy of your book. I should
I
have pulled
know.
it out off the bookshelf, and it talks a lot about you, the paranormal journey, and
Yeah, yeah.
you and your thoughts and things. And I just thought, oh, this book's amazing. It's
Because
from the heart.
it is, because that's what I wanted to do. Because I mean, I was looking. I lived in Doncaster at the time when I wrote it, and I wanted to do local stories. But I thought the stories that are out there, people know about them. I mean, it's
Yeah,
going to be. I don't want to be copying somebody else's work or seem to be copying somebody else's work, because it's the same story you follow. So I thought what I'd do is I've got some lesser known stories which were given to me firsthand by people who've experienced them, which was
yeah,
brilliant, the best ever time. And I thought it went off a bit of a tangent, because I wrote it during the first COVID lockdown and had a couple of weeks furlough. So I thought, why not? And tapping away, and it went off at a tangent, as you do. It never ends up like you're supposed to have it. And I
yeah.
thought a little bit about myself in it, because I always thought, as a first book, a first time off, I want people to realise how my mind works. Good luck to you. and, and yeah, how people mind work, especially when it comes to my background from a Yorkshire mining town, and it's with pit life, and it's not a lot of money about. So I'm working class, and I've worked hard for what I've got, or what little I've got
Yeah.
anyhow. I mean, it's amazing. I've worked hard all my life. I still haven't got anything to show for it.
Same here.
Yeah. But and I thought a little bit about myself in it, and roll up to it, introduce myself in a way, and
Yeah.
a few of my little hints and tips as well. What people, we know people don't have a lot of money these days, and I
Mhm.
thought, and as you know, paranormal gig can be expensive. So like
Yeah.
alternative
Yeah.
methods as well. And it just, I thought, no, I finished it. And I published it on Amazon, which is still available now on Amazon. Restless Realm at £5.49 UK. I'm not sure that is in US dollars, but
Bargain. It's a bargain. Get
and
it.
and if you ever meet me, if you buy it and you meet me in person, I'll devalue it for you by signing it. No,
Oh,
but
Wayne says, have you any other plans for another book, Barry?
yes, I do. I'm in the process of writing one right now. If I can find it, where is it? I've got a bookcase behind me, and the book I'm looking for, to be honest with it, I cannot see. But I've started writing a pocket ghost hunting guide, as I'm calling it. Yes,
Ooh.
yes, it's a similar kind of thing, but it's going to be based on ulterior methods and different ways of doing what we do. I don't want to put too much into it, but yeah, it's going to be called the Pocket Ghost Hunter Guide. And this one, I've already designed the front cover for it. I did it backwards last time. I wrote my book and designed the cover afterwards. And this time, I've done it reverse. I've designed the cover first to motivate myself. And
That's good.
yeah, and it'll get better. It'll come out when it's ready. Because I don't like to give myself time limits. I'll feel when it's ready, it'll be ready. Yeah.
That's good. Oh, there's some things coming up here. Hang on. Let me just put them back. Oh, where are we? I think we did Paul, didn't we? And then we did the bullies. It was a most brilliant idea. That was your paranormal. Proud to be paranormal.
And it's not often had good ideas.
It's got lots of ideas. Oh, Irene says you can stay with me. We'll have a party together. Japanese party.
I'm not eating sushi. I've tried that. No, thank you.
It's nice.
It's
Proper
not.
sushi. It's nice.
I don't mind fish still wriggling.
Cliff says, I've read taxi stories about taxi drivers in Japan picking people up and they turn around and their clothes are wet through. Oh my God, that's freaky.
Because it's been raining.
I don't know.
I know. I know there's I know there's that suicide forest in Japan, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you have. I have been to every word in the book by the paranormal groups and I don't give a rat's ass anymore. Oh, bless her. Yeah, Wayne's in the house. We did that one.
Yeah.
Eric says, I'll hold to that book signing.
I'll
I
sign
think
it
it
for
means
you.
Barry.
If you want it devaluing, I'm up for it.
Yeah. And I'm going to have to beam down to see you, Barry.
When you're in orbit, pop down.
Listen, guys, I'm going to do something really weird and put Barry on the spot, but not until I have 10 people in the chat. Actually, there's 8 people in. So I want 8 people in the chat to say that they are a fan of Game of Thrones. If I get 8 people that say I am a fan of Game of Thrones, I'm going to get Barry to say, "Hey up, you bastard," in that northern accent like Ned Stark.
I've never actually seen Game of Thrones, believe it or not. But I know you're talking about Sean Bean because I've met him.
Yes.
Yeah,
So if you want Barry to say it, I need 8 people to say I love Game of Thrones.
and I need a script. A script. I need a little script to read then.
All
I
right,
can't do a
we
Sean
can
Bean
do that.
accent. I can't do a Sean Bean accent, but I'll give it a go.
Yeah, no, hold the doors. You've got to say I'm a fan of Game of Thrones. And so far, I have 2. I am looking for 5 more people. 5 more? No, 3 more. 6 more people. As soon as we have that, I'll get Barry to say. You just got that really thick accent, and you sound like Sean Bean. You see,
So,
so
I remember hearing him sharp every week. He insulted a different nation, didn't he?
I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4. I want 4 more people, and then we're going to get Barry to say it just for a bit of fun. Nothing to do with the paranormal. It's just because he's got the.
And if you are watching Sean Bean, I apologise.
Hey, we got another one. So that's 4, 5. We got 5. 3 more to go. So do you drink Yorkshire tea?
I don't drink tea at all.
You don't drink tea at all?
Ames does. She loves the stuff.
Yorkshire tea, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I
good.
don't drink tea at all, but I know Ames loves Yorkshire tea. She's got a Yorkshire thing. She's got a Yorkshireman. She's got Yorkshire tea. She loves Yorkshire. She loves York. So basically, I'm part of the parcel.
Annette has said it twice. Do you reckon we should take?
That doesn't count.
Does it not count?
It's like you get these competitions on TV. You can only enter once.
We've got 6 people. We've got 6 times it's been said now. Irene says,
"What's that?
I love Game of Thrones, and he'd better be wearing his underpants doing it." I don't know what she means. I'm sure.
You're talking about me or Sean Bean?
Has that got a whippet, Barry?
I haven't got a whippet. No, I don't have a whippet.
Ames, can you say you love Game of Thrones? Go on, just say it. 8 people. We've got 6 people. We've got 2 more people to say it, and then we'll get Barry to say what we're going to get him to say.
I've got a sharp memory, don't forget.
Yes. Ames has said she likes Game of Thrones. 7. Just one more person to say that they love Game of Thrones, and then we're going to get Barry to say it. Just for shits and giggles, as they say. I picked that up stateside, so
I think that's the first time I've heard that, I must admit.
So while we're waiting for this one person to say that they love Game of Thrones, I want to take you back to your radio days, because you, Mr. Frankish, yes, you interviewed a whole array of guests you've had on your show from all genres. What has got to be your favourite one, or the most memorable that sticks out for you?
It's hard to say because we did 5 years worth of them, and it's hard to put one because they're all good for their own different reasons. If that makes any sense, it's difficult because we all bring something different. Like I said, we have different genres to talk about, so we all bring a little thing into it. But I love talking to Americans. I mean, the Americans seem to love my Yorkshire accent. But
it's because I don't understand it.
Probably by it, lad.
Yeah.
But no, it's Andrea Perron, as you know. She loved my accent. She said she could listen to it all night. So, I mean, Andrea, if you're watching, still here.
You actually remind her of Sean Bean. That's what that is as well. He's got that Yorkshire,
Yeah, sharp.
Sharp, yeah, sharp.
He's been in lots of things, though, hasn't he? He's been in, yeah. So I met him in Sheffield, believe it or not.
Really? What was he
Yeah,
doing?
many years ago, just pottering around. He was doing his own thing, I think.
When you
My
see him
job,
next, say to him, do you want us to do a spot of ghost hunting and take him out?
because I'll tell you what, if I ever bumped into him again, I would ask him if he'd like to be on my show. I mean, get him involved, get him on my Facebook, get him a selfie shot. Come on, Sean. Well, no, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, the Americans, these do seem very, they're an interesting bunch of the Americans, because they do
Yeah,
what like we do, but they have different ways of doing things. I
yeah,
mean,
they do, definitely.
America's such a vast country. It's weird because in England, I mean, you could drive 20 minutes, you can be in for county. In the States,
Yeah,
you drive for 5 hours and be still in the same county. I mean, that's a size difference. You could lose the UK in the outback of Australia. That's how small it is in comparison.
and their shopping malls. Ames, if he goes to America, you go with him, because the shopping out there is just a different experience. It's amazing. Just just take the credit card. Just,
Oh, that's
and
dangerous.
disappear. Say,
No,
you can do your thing. I'll go shopping.
but there's only one shop where I encourage James to go there. I mean, York's got it. You don't probably know. Dan's gone there. As you know, if you need to be York Ghost Merchants. Have you been
Oh,
there?
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I've got a
incredible.
ghost from there.
Yeah, Ames has got about 100 of them.
Has she?
Yeah,
Well, I've
I've got.
discovered.
Tell you what, I've got 2 of them. A bit. Bear with me. I had to wait. One was a gift, and one I queued 3 hours for. These 2 little guys.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. At the moment, they live in my bureau. But I do want another one for a little family.
I've discovered there's a lady that I know that deals in crystals. She buys and sells crystals, and she does them at good prices, and she
Yeah.
she gets them from all over the world. And she's found a supplier that does ghosties as crystals, and they are amazing, and they're pretty cheap too. So for the same price, in fact cheaper than you buy those ghosties for, you get an actual semi-precious stone
Yeah.
carved into a ghost. If you want, I'll tell you later off air if you
Yeah.
like. And
I'm not into crystals, but in my previous life, I dealt with a lot of crystals, and before I moved to Warwickshire anyhow, and but I
yeah.
do have a favourite crystal. It's labradorite. Oh, I
Oh
call it
yes, yes.
labradoodle. I call it labradoodle because I can remember it.
Labradoodle. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but that is my favourite crystal. I've got a few little snippets knocking around somewhere, but I always fancied. I mean, I'm not religious in any way, but I do have little Buddhas knocking around, and I thought,
Yeah.
I like labradorite little Buddha or a little something like that. I mean, it's. I think there's something about Buddhas. I think you don't have to be religious to have a little Buddha.
No, I've got Buddha.
Yeah,
I've got Buddha in here, and Chinese lucky cats, and
I
Japanese
don't.
cats,
I
and
don't have a
all
Chinese
sorts.
lucky cat. I used to have a lucky pixie, but I don't know where he's gone. Uh, yeah,
It's gone on holiday.
I remember my dad used to get me into them when he was alive years ago. He used to go to Scarborough and Bridlington, and he used to go to these little
Yeah.
novelty shops and get little keyring pixies.
Yeah.
You don't seem to get them anymore. And I thought,
No,
if I can find
I think they
them,
still do them in Cornwall. They have the Cornish pixies, don't
yeah,
they?
I don't know. I've not been. I don't think I've ever been to Cornwall. I've travelled a well bit, but Cornwall, I don't recall going to Cornwall because I remember at Cornish pasties, I'd have to try one.
I think there's a holiday coming along for you and Ames down Cornwall way. You'll love it. You will love it. Lots to investigate down there.
Well, there's already a list
Right,
of things we're doing down there.
right, Wayne. Right, we're going back to the chat. Wayne saying, I heard 2 spirits say it. Wayne, you haven't said it yet. If you say it, that's the 8th person, I believe.
The Wakey lad. I've never seen that pop up. I used to live in Wakey.
That's funny. Oh dear. I'm an American and I can understand you, but I can't understand Lois. She's got a thick Glaswegian accent.
Ha ha. Well, my chair
He's a
was quick.
squint.
I'm asking, please.
You can go here shopping here. It's endless shopping too. So Japan and American shopping and Cornwall. So that's 3 trips we've sorted for you, Amy.
Somebody told me about Japan. You can get vending machines apparently for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you check into your hotel, you can have a dinosaur check you in.
Oh, I like
You know
dinosaurs.
those robotic dinosaurs? I've
Yeah.
seen them on television. I think I want to go there.
I would go for just. I'd probably. You know, people pinch things from hotels.
Yeah, pinch a dinosaur.
Yeah, exactly. Get that back through customs.
Irene says she makes crystal bracelets from stones and they're mostly found in and around Asia, and I have jade beads.
Oh,
Ooh. Ames makes resin ghost. Yeah.
she makes
And,
very good.
and,
She makes
and
very good
she
one.
makes, I'll tell you what I've got of Ames. She made the coasters for your coffee table. And
Yeah.
I loved mine so much. I took mine to work, and people comment about it all the time.
I'll tell you what. I mean,
Which
I can see we Names both share an office. This is my half, and Ames is on the other side. But I'm trying to think of one of her productions. I'm gonna stick. Ames, you don't mind? I'm gonna showcase one of your products. Give me 2 seconds.
yeah, no, because she is very good. She is very good at
Really
what
very
she
good.
does. And I've seen her making them. Well, she was
Right, this
sitting
is
there
what
pretending to make them.
I'm just sneaked across. This is one of her latest ones. Right, look at that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, get a little bit closer. And this is just one of the colours. She does a range of colours. Another, what was I say? Yeah,
Does
this is
she
a
does
resin
she
ghost. Yeah.
does she have a website if they wanted to buy one from you?
Yes, Revenant Resin. Go onto Facebook, Revenant
Oh, let
Resin.
me write it. What am I writing?
Revenant, as in Revenant.
R E
Revenant. It's a
V
good. Yeah,
Rev E
Revenant
N
Resin.
A N T
I
Revenant
think it is.
resin.
Revenant Resin, yeah. And that's Ames's personal business for paranormal resin products. And she does little cat ball holders, and she does Ouija boards, and a range of stuff she does, to be honest with you.
Oh, she's put it up here. I've put it on as well.
Yeah,
I bet I spelt mine wrong.
Revenant.
Just message James and she'll make one for
Oh,
you.
message me. I can pop you across to it.
Yeah, James, sorry, we're pimping you out here.
Hey, it's paranormal. We all help each other.
Yeah, yeah. How far did I get with these? Oh yeah. I'm going to start making handmade quartz ghosts.
Hmm.
That'd be interesting. Oh, we sold that one. Oh, Buddha. I don't have a Buddha in my house, but I have a Shinto shrine in my house. That's interesting. That's nice. Pretty.
I like the Japanese little gardens people make as well.
Yeah. About time he took me to the seaside.
I'm
Yeah.
always taking you places.
All right, right. So we've got it. We've had 8 people now say, I love Game of Thrones. So this is what you've got to say. I'm going to type it here.
Okay. I'll probably forget this, you know.
Well, let me think. Let me think. Anybody can give me any help out there in the chat.
No, don't have a flat cap or whip it.
Right, we'll get you to say. I'm going to spell this wrong, most probably. I just spelled A.
Well, I can't see it from here anyhow. Off my chair. Honest.
Right. This is what we want you to say. And it's got to be in the accent.
I can't do Sean Bean's accent. So you want me to say, then? Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Hey up, my lad, you bastard.
Brilliant. That's typical Game of Thrones, that is.
Yeah, Sean Bean, you bastard.
Yeah, bastard. It's just the way he says it. It's just brilliant.
Yeah, bastard.
Yeah. Is there a ghost? Yeah, bastard.
Is there anybody there, you bastard?
Yeah. If you type a ghost hunting, I'd be very amused if you actually did do that. on a ghost hunt and got an A-class EVP in
Oh,
response.
I can imagine a cross between Michael Caine and what do you call it, Sean Bean. Start throwing blue chairs at me, you bastard.
Oh, you got to say this.
Winter is coming, you bastard.
Oh, it's brilliant. Do you know what? Get Ames to make you one of those Ouija boards.
I might get a t-shirt, I might get a t-shirt. Yeah, but people I don't like, you bastard.
No, just get a Ouija board, and at the bottom, rather than saying goodbye, say goodbye, you bastard.
Oh, I could go on forever, that.
Oh dear, sorry, I'm terrible. I'm leading you astray here. Ames is never going to forgive you. Forgive me, you know.
I've been well beyond redemption.
Oh dear. I was think more for a REM pod if I can find someone to make the ghost the way I want. Oh, so maybe Ames could make you the ghost, and you can make the REM pod outfit.
Could you do that with resin products though? I mean, you'd have to have the exact dimensions, wouldn't you, of the REM pod? Because I know with resin mold, resin mold, you need resin molds as well, so you'd have to have a particular size.
He's a bit of a whiz. He's a bit of a whiz kid. Is Eric to be
unless
to be fair.
Do a certain particular one and drill into it. Winter is coming, you bastard. You see, I've never watched Game of Thrones, so I don't know any more catchphrases from it.
You need to have that on your t-shirt. Winter is coming, and some of the ghosts, you bastard.
I need some more Game of Thrones like slogans or one-liners and stuff. Did he actually die in it? Because he dies in everything else, doesn't he?
He had his head chopped off.
That'll do it. Did he go, you bastard?
And Ed Sharp, walk the plank.
Oh, but yeah, but he could have, yeah.
They're laughing at us. This is the funniest interview ever. Eric, you can drill a hole in it. Yeah.
Yeah. You bastard. I can remember every sentence now. I know, Ames. Yes, I must admit, put it this way, if I had a swear box, it wouldn't be big enough. Yes, he does have a unique dictionary.
So you have a show on Roku TV as well. Let's talk about that, shall we?
I do. I've done the first episode at the moment. I'm still in the process of doing more, and I need more victims. I mean guests. So, yes, Roku TV. During lockdown, I did a show called Frankish Speaking. It's an online podcast show, and we went brilliantly. Had a few episodes and some brilliant people. But what I've decided to do now is gone because that was during COVID times and where people couldn't, as you know, physically visit each other. And I thought now those days are hopefully gone. We're gonna. I've done it more. I've gone to the more visual side of things. I mean, this is the face of radio, not TV. Trust me.
Have you seen Dan?
So I decided to do the show on the Ghost Planet Network, which is a brilliant up and coming new platform for all your paranormal TV. And it's basically, if you don't have it, what it is, it's on Roku TV. You can also get by your app now on your phone as well, on Android, and also on the App Store, the whatever one, Apple one. And so I use Apple. I use Android myself, you see, so I'm more used to Android, but I believe you can get on Apple as well. But on Roku TV, you can watch it on your mobile, your tablet, on your big telly. But if you do have a Roku TV box, type in Ghost Planet Network, and it's an entire network channel dedicated to paranormal work. And there's paranormal people on there you know as well. So I mean, I'm on it, Ames is on it, a lot of people we do know on it. And I did my first episode of Frankish Speaking at East Drive in Pontefract on site.
Nice.
Yes, with Carol, interviewed Carol, because Carol's not directly involved, but she creates for the place. So I thought, what a better person to interview. And we'll be other guests, and hopefully they'll be interviewed on locations such as.
Bye, Wayne. I'll speak to you soon, honey.
Bye, pal.
He's lovely, is Wayne.
Yeah.
Him and his missus, really nice people.
See, you
Everyone's
tend to
nice in the
find. I mean,
paranormal.
I think that's it because we're always loopy as each other, so we get on well, we gel well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
true
that's it. I
that.
mean,
That's a
for
true
people,
word.
it's exactly. I think what you need to realise is because we all go in the dark places talking to ourselves. I mean, where else you're going to get people like that? I mean, but it is.
Unless you're with me and Dan, you'll find me and Dan in a dark room. Something will happen. Dan calls it, gets excited, calls it closer, and I'm saying, "No, fuck off, Dan. Tell it to stay over there. You can stay over there and talk to us. Don't come closer." People think we're hilarious. I was like, "No, it's serious stuff. Don't tell them to come too close."
That's right, because what you do, I mean, 200 years ago, we'd have been witched or locked in an asylum. But now
Yes, that's true.
we just get classified as ghost hunters, and it's fine.
Have you done an asylum yet?
Yes, I have. Well, it's not officially asylum. I did one in Doncaster. It was St Catherine's, and it's
Yeah.
actually an hospital, and it's no longer. It's in the grounds of a working hospital as well. You see, but because
Oh, is it? Ah,
they stopped doing it, they stopped doing it because the new owners who took over a place, they didn't want it associated with like. It's a nice place, but we do more weddings and more more bit more up to market and events and things like that, more serious side of things, and rather than cater for paranormal people. But the place itself, it's an amazing place. You go downstairs, there's a basement. It's the original. There's the fittings, everything is original. And
oh
people used to
wow.
thought when I think what people what sport it with people is when we advertised it with ghost hunting groups, we classed it as an asylum. But the
Yeah,
problem was by doing that, I didn't want it known as asylum because they're still living relatives of the inmates that were there. Well, I won't call them inmates, but patients that were there. And
patience. Yeah,
because it's in a residential area, I mean, it's possibility they're still living relatives who used to.
it's got a stigma, that word, hasn't it? Asylum. It's
It's
not a
sad,
very
yes. I mean,
nice
you
word.
think asylum, you think something like Batman and Arkham. Everybody's in straight jackets, all talking to themselves, trying to chew through bars and stuff. And it's not like that. But then again, Victorian days, you could have been
Yeah,
locked up for more or less anything, and you didn't
that's
have to be
true.
out of wedlock. You can have a crossword with somebody, they'd lock you up for no reason whatsoever, and you could be treated terribly, like electric shock treatment, ice bath treatment. I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of a nice thing to what do you call it? You can't to experience.
No. Gary says, "I up, you lovely bastards."
I up, Gary. I up, you lovely bastards.
Yeah, bastard. Yeah. That's the word of the night, isn't it? Bastard.
That be a noob. That could be a noob. Hashtag you bastards.
Proud to be paranormal. Yeah, bastards. Somebody will complain somewhere.
Oh, there'll be somebody who's like offended by it.
Oh, hi, Mark. Mark's in the house.
North Yorkshire. Good old
They're
Yorkshire.
all excited to see Mark. He's around. Cliff says, "Have you got any spooky tales for when you lived up in Wakey, Barry?" Wakey
I
being Wakefield, for those that don't know.
Wakey, yes, Wakefield in West Yorkshire. There is one in particular. You'll probably know the place. I used to live on Peterson Road, which is just on the roundabout. People who know it, it's where Wilco's. I don't know if it still is there now because unfortunately Wilco's gone into administration, so I don't know if it's still open or not. And but there's Peterson Road on the edge of Eastmoor. You've got Kirkgate train station, which is a Victorian train station, and I used to sit around the corner from there. So that was one of my free to venture ghost hunt places to go. A lot of weekends, and there's a rumor was there used to be a lady. We don't know if she's Edwardian or Victorian. She used to flip between platform 1 and 2, and people have
Oh,
smelled her. If you didn't see her, they'd actually smell her, and
wow.
like a lavender floral smell. And even there should be nothing spent like that around there. Or there's been a couple of occasions over the last few years where someone's seen an umbrella being carried by someone we can't see. It's like a lady's umbrella, like the parasol type things.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
been seen a couple of times. But that is Wakefield Kirkgate train station, because Wakefield's got two stations: Wakefield Kirkgate and Westgate, which is more mainline.
All right.
But Kirkgate is a good place for midnight adventures. I know
Do,
it's been
do you know?
modernised a little bit.
Do you know the Unitarian Church in? But it's by the train station. But I should imagine it's the other one you've mentioned.
Westgate train station. There is one further
Yeah,
down. I can't remember what it is, to be honest with you. I don't think I've ventured to that one.
because they let you
But
go down in the crypt.
yeah,
It's a
because
bit
it's
weird.
yeah, because it's weird because even the cathedral, it's got paganistic symbols on the floor as well. If you go into the actual cathedral itself and go up the stairs, you look at the floor. There's proper pagan symbols in the floor, which
Wow.
for a church to have pagan symbols. Obviously, paganism predates Christianity by a long time, but
Hmm.
I think they've actually built them on the sites what were originally there. So it's quite
Yeah,
interesting
yeah,
like that. And I think that's the thing about it as well, because with ghost hunting, it's not just ghost hunting. The places we visit are some beautiful places. And we get access to places where people, the normal public can't get hold of, which I think we are
yeah,
grateful for.
yeah. We are, and also we don't mind doing our bit to help keep the doors open as well.
Exactly,
You know.
exactly. I mean, all these old buildings, I mean, people are too engrossed in looking in screens these days. If you look up, and some beautiful buildings. And
Yeah,
these buildings, because the shop front's got modern decor to it, doesn't mean the building behind it or above it has. I mean,
yeah.
most of these shops use these as storerooms. There was one in Doncaster, which is known. It used to be a cafe, but it's closed down now. And before that, it was a clothing shop. On the third floor, it was known for we classed it as a poltergeist, but it kept moving shoeboxes around and selling shoes about. Yeah, they had a thing for shoes apparently.
Didn't like the shoes. Get them
Yeah,
out of here,
don't fit me, you bastard.
you bastard. Mark's in Scarborough.
Scarborough, the what's it called now? Big hotel. Oh, what's it called? The Grand Hotel. They've got a theatre house in there that is supposed to be haunted by. We don't know if it's a boy or a dog. Believe it or not, they've got a little stage, and there's always a presence of something small. But don't know if it's an animal or a child.
Wow. There you
Mm,
go. Go and
yeah,
check it out, Mark. Yes, tell she was waiting for a long lost love. Oh, so the Wakefield one. She was
a
there at
British
the
Rail for you.
station.
It's probably been cancelled.
Oh, so she was a smelly bastard.
No, I don't think she was a smelly bee. I think because the smell you smell was more like a floral, like a clean, like
Perfume.
perfumey, antiseptic type smell.
Right.
Yeah.
It was nice hearing all the different Yorkshire accents, apart from my London one, that is, because he's from London, isn't he?
You see, my accent, I mean, you don't realise it until you come to places like where I'm living now. A lot of people say at work it's a nice accent what I've got, but I don't think it is. It's a deep accent I've got. I know that. It's a travelled accent. And it's
Yeah.
not derived from, like, say, if you go a few miles down the road, and you'll say you got actual Birmingham accents, you've got accents from London, Cockney, but it's amazing. I mean, just a few miles down the road, and terminologies for things change. Because my biggest thing up and down here is sandwiches. I mean, it's weird what we call them. It's weird what we call them. I mean, chip butty. I'm not going to go into this conversation, but a chip butty to me is a chip butty. I mean, I'm a Yorkshireman. I mean, I do call chip batches. Which what? To me, a batch is a multiple of
Chips in a
items.
roll.
Oh no, chip butty.
And then I think you'll have Paul Mould saying, is a cob?
I've heard that one. Yes, I've heard cobs before, and yeah, cobs, and there's another one as well. I can't remember what it is now. It's gone.
And they put gravy on chips where you are.
I tell you, well, that is actually nice. Gravy,
No,
onion gravy on chips is lovely.
no, it's
Yeah,
salt and vinegar on your chips.
It's not bread and dripping.
Yeah. I suppose there is that.
But no, I tell you what, it's if it's people that put cheese on chips, that's wrong. I don't like cheesy
Yeah,
chips.
that's a yuppie thing, isn't it? That's what,
Is it?
you know.
It's more like guppy.
Yeah.
But no, but cheese.
Oh,
Onion gravy on chips. You got to try it on chunky chips.
I'll
You've got
try
to
it.
try it.
I'll
You've
try
got
it.
to try it. Yeah, you'll take. Won't go back.
Yeah. Mark's just said he's tried to get a team into the Grand Hotel at Scarborough and he was
Yeah.
told nope.
Well, we were sneaky because last year when we did the Parameet, I went with my daughter and a fiance to Scarborough, and we stayed in the travel lodge, which my son-in-law or future son-in-law is actually works for. So obviously we got a few perks,
Yeah.
and it was directly across from the Grand Hotel. So one night you can actually go in the Grand Hotel and have a little mosey around, which we did. And went to flights of stairs, a few more flights of stairs, the entire floor with lights off. So that's an invitation to me. So we had a little play for about an hour and a half, and but just go around as a tourist. I think,
So now that's your way in, Mark.
yeah, we'll say we're good. I mean,
Just
no,
go.
we just had nosy around, and the lights was off. I thought, obviously, no one's on this floor. So why not? Not did any harm,
Yeah.
no damage. No,
Yeah.
in full respect. And that's when I found out about that theatre as well, because you go through his door. I thought, what is a theatre doing in here?
Yeah, it's out of place.
Yeah, but no, it's
Wow.
a great place. It's a nice old building, but it is showing its age. I
Yeah.
mean, I can't imagine running costs in that place. It must be horrendous.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh. And it says, stayed at the Grand. The staircase reminded me of The Shining,
It's them corridors what do that.
and the funky carpets.
Oh yeah. What's that little tricycle at the two little girls at the end of the corridor?
Oh, you mean fire extinguishers? Sorry, shouldn't say that.
Oh, they're everywhere these days. I think.
Oh God, Barry, you don't have the whole. What's that? Her?
Uh,
Yeah.
uh,
Is that what it is?
I don't know. I don't know.
We'll just go with that.
Sounds like
You
me
got to
snoring.
go. You got to go. You bastard.
I'm not from Hull, so that's my excuse.
Yeah. Oh, Mark says there's a BAP. No, it's not.
I've heard of that. Yes, I've heard of that. Yeah,
It's a roll.
it's not got to this debate. It's been over an hour and a half.
It's just like the Great Orb debate. It's the
It
same with rolls and BAPs. Oh, stepping back in time is like the Grand.
is. I love buildings like that.
The Hull, no. They say
Uh,
no.
uh,
No.
Is it?
Is it no?
It's like a pirate.
Yeah, we saved that for Cornwall. Wait till you get down to Cornwall with Ames. She'll love it. So we've nearly been on an hour, but I've still got more to ask you.
Oh, by all means.
So I'm going to get a couple of more questions, and I'm going to send you some more dates. And I want you to come back because we've just only scratched the surface, you know, Barry.
Well, anytime you'll have me on, I'm willing.
Good.
I'll get a bigger
But
box
before
next time, though, because I keep banging my head on this one.
So I want to quickly ask you.
Yes.
So have you got anything coming up? Have you got any like public events that you're doing or going to be attending that what people might want to see you could go to and catch you there to buy books and things?
Oh, you want to see me?
Well, you don't know.
Well, I'm at Parrot Meet next weekend in Round, which I'm not there fully all day because I'm working Saturday morning. So I'll be there from a Saturday afternoon. I'll be there Sunday as well. So I'll be also, the Saturday morning, Ames will be taking my collection of badges across, proud to be paranormal badges. So if you want to buy one, £1.50 each, they'll be on Ames's resin stall. And but I will be there the Saturday afternoon and to mosey around and talk to people. And if anyone wants to talk to me, I do apologise in advance.
They'll be all saying, Barry, just say you bastard for me. They'll be saying, can you sign my book? To say you bastard.
Hey, that's a good idea. I tell you what, that is a strange experience doing that, signing books. Because when I when I first published it, I was at the Skegness, the farm Skegness, when I first released it.
That's it, yeah.
Yes, and people coming up to me and you think, "Will you sign my book, please?" Yeah, sure. What name is it? Is it spelled that way or that way? But it's a great experience. I mean, it's a lovely experience to be able to hold dearly to my heart because I mean, people appreciate it, and if you sign it for someone personally, it's brilliant.
It's something to look back on in
it is as well because I've
years
always
to
wanted
come
to
in fondness.
Yeah, I've always wanted to write a book, and I thought to myself, if it's a subject I know reasonably a bit about, I thought, why not? Plus, as well, I thought, even if I don't sell any copies, I can say my book's out there. I can
Yeah.
go into a shop when I'm old and grey. You got a book on fly fishing by J.R. Hartley type of thing.
Hey, you could get a book and sign it and send it to that Sean Bean.
Seen Bean, yeah, seen Bean, yeah. That's an idea. Might teach
See,
me.
say to him, now you've read the book, come out with us and investigate, you bastard. And you
Yeah,
watch all
bastard.
the women come flocking,
I can
not to
imagine
see
doing
you,
that.
but to see Sean.
I can imagine that, can't you? Middle at night and thinking, yeah, where is everybody? Wherever Sean is.
Just say, look, never mind about him. Just say, that's me dad. Just make out he's your dad, just for the night, you know.
Is he, yeah, I'm saying, get away with that. I can't say we're brothers, but
You're too young to be his brother. He's old, isn't he now? I don't know.
he's older than me, I believe. Yes, yes. And but no,
Yes.
he's had a good, he's had a good acting career, and he's done well out of it. He dies every
Yeah.
time, but that's a poor guy.
He's good at doing it, though, now, isn't
He
he?
is, he is
So
very good at
he's a
it.
very
Like
good
I say,
actor.
he made a catchphrase out of it, you bastard. I mean,
Yeah.
not many actors can do that. It's a tea cake,
Everyone.
you bastards. Yeah, tea cakes. Yes, I agree there. Tea cakes and bread cakes. The
Bread
difference.
cakes?
Yes. Yeah, don't tell me you don't know the difference between a tea cake and a bread cake.
What is a bread cake?
A bread cake is a plain bap. A tea cake's got fruit in it.
That's a roll. Bread. What, you put icing on it?
What are we daft? That's
It's not
what's
cake
them
then, is
called?
it?
What's them called? It's like Jaffa cakes. A Jaffa cakes or biscuits. Uh-huh.
That's a cake because a
It
biscuit is
wasn't
hard.
tomato. Is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable?
Neither.
Okay, you don't see them in fruit salads, do you?
No,
It's always on
it's
a
neither. I don't
salad.
think it is a
Yeah.
fruit or a vegetable, is it?
No, I don't know what it is. It's an old
Mark says
ground.
he sent you a voice message. He's got kinky with you and sent
Okay,
you
and
some
I'll
dirty.
have a look at that later on. I've got a few little things to do. Uh,
Annette says I say
uh,
nor when I'm
uh,
pissed. It's nor,
I make a point,
nor,
please.
nor.
Basically, we could just say you bastard all night long and get away with it, and people will be
Yeah.
entertained.
You want to have a T-shirt saying "I'm a ghost, you bastard" or something like that. It would
On the
just you'd
back,
get
yeah.
away with so
What you need to
much.
do, yeah. When someone's walking towards you, what are you looking at? Up back, yeah, bastard.
I love that. Oh. Do you know what? You should get a little cameo with a little speaking part in the Jon Snow spin-off that HBO are doing, but you'd have to go over to Ireland. But you've
I
got
didn't.
that sort of.
It's weird because a few years back, 2 or 3 years back, someone was from the States did ask for a voice sample of myself, but I never saw the outcome of it. Oh, I would have been interested to know. Probably on Japanese TV now or something.
Oh dear. Viv, a message for me.
You bastard.
Good God. Good God. Great Scott. This is a great interview. It's the best interview I've done all year. What did you talk about? Bastards.
Sure, big. Who else have I met? I met Yuri Geller.
Oh, he's a lovely man, Yuri
I'll tell
Geller
you
is.
what, I agree. We met many years ago in Leeds at the Hilton Hotel, and it was a paranormal conference, and it was basically covering all sorts of subjects. And you went male speakers, guest speakers, and that, and we had a buffet. And what time I had a mosey around, collecting free bits and bobs like you do, and mainly pens and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I ended up, I went for a bit of a food, so I got my tray. And I always remember what I wearing. I wearing like a dark beige jeans, and I had like a dark orange top, a shirt a bit like this, but dark orange, and like a Lucas Eddie colour. And best way to terracotta, best way to describe it, I'd say. And I'm in my queue, getting me bits and bobs, and there's someone next to me, And I didn't realise who it was at first. I didn't look down because I thought it's rude if you just turn around having a good go. And he says to me, his voice said, I like your shirt. It's a very positive colour, that, he says. And it was him. And that's not the best bit about it, because my claim to fame here is when I no spoon. No, he didn't bend any spoons that day. No, he didn't bend any spoons. Oh. No. But no, what happened is he was talking to me for a little while. He says to me, give me a address and I'll send you some bits to a post. And he actually, what you call it, sent me a box of crystals. And
lovely.
And a signed letter. And this is it. I've got it here. It says on there, I don't know if you can see it, to Barry, from your friend Yuri Geller, with best wishes, 1997, Yuri Geller.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and I thought that's really nice. That's a really nice touch. I mean, you hear stories about people and what they're like. Yeah, you hear stories about people and what they're like, and you get people say, "Oh, he's a weird creature" and stuff like that. But,
no, he's not. He's lovely.
I take people at face value. You know, a brilliant guy.
Yeah, anybody
says anything negative about him, you've basically not met him.
Guys, listen to this. This is Mark Manley doing a nah, I think.
No, they don't say no. They say no.
A no. Hang on, let me do it again.
No, they don't say no. They say no.
Did you hear that?
Okay, ask me something with a yes or no question answer, and I'll say no. So anything.
Barry, is the snow-coloured black?
No.
You sound like a cow.
A constipated cow. Oh, come on,
let's listen to it one more time.
No, they don't say no. They say no.
No. I don't know. I sound like a cow and all.
That's why last time I went to Hull, a police car went past going, no.
God. Oh dear, we are going to have to arrange a ghost hunt or a meet-up somewhere and get a group of us out together and just have a bit of a laugh. And I'm sure Mr. Manley, if he can make it, and Wayne, and we'll just do something. We'll get together and just
that's
have a laugh.
Because I mean, that's it for a night out, a good investigation, a ghost hunt, what you want to call it. I mean, you do need a sense of humour, and it does show. Yeah. I mean, if anything attracts positive spirit activity, it's positive energy and a good laugh. Can you imagine if you're walking? Imagine you're a ghost. You're walking around and you do all usual haunt. You just bored out your tree, flicking spiders and stuff. And there's a group of people been laughing a joke. What's going on down there? And it might be all kind of sense of humour as well. Obviously, these people who have lived before us, they'll have had sense of humours, and they'll probably like to join in. I would.
Yeah.
So why not? I mean, treat these people. I mean, maybe long past, but treat them like living people. Don't call them spirits. I hate that people call spirits. It's basically treat them as physical people, as if we're talking to you like we are talking together.
Yeah.
Just because you're not there in physical terms, we're there in like streaming technology words, but it's the same kind of thing. Just because we can't see them doesn't mean they're not there.
Exactly. No, that's really good advice. Just speak as you would your mate or somebody you've just met, or just have a laugh with them, you know.
I can't get Sean Bean now.
Yeah, bring Sean down. Yeah, we'll have a look at Sean. I'll just stand there and watch.
Hey, Sean, I'll miss K2.
Sean, this K2. He goes, why? What does it do? Oh, it tell you spirit communication, and he'll put it to his ears. Is it a telephone? That's what they normally do. Can they speak to me through this?
What's this REM pod do?
Hello?
They wind it up.
And then he'll put it down and he'll go, you bastard, as he walks away. Right, so I'm going to bring tonight's show to an end. But before I do, let's look at these messages in the chat. So, the whole no. We say nah in Yorkshire.
It's nah.
Nah.
So if say ask me a question, are you going out tonight? You go, nah.
And you say scran.
I don't say that. No, I don't.
I'm a bit of scran.
No, that's not a Yorkshire thing.
Is it not
Nah.
Yorkshire? They say that on Emmerdale.
I don't watch anybody else. I can't comment on that.
Oh, you're missing a treat. I mean, Kane
No,
Dingle.
I don't do.
He's
I
a
don't.
hottie.
I don't do soaps. I'm more of a shower gel man. Bum bum.
Very funny. Yeah, Mark Mandy said he'll be up for a get together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to do something. He says he's doing a UFO watch on Monday.
Watch for skies. Mm.
I'm actually heading down to Manchester for the Awakening Con.
Oh.
Yes, I'm being opened up to that side of things. So I'll be nobbing it with some of the. I don't even know who's going to be there, but we'll just see.
I must admit, though, I mean, even though I primarily deal with ghosts and hauntings, I do have quite a few UFO books and whatnot. It's all
Need to
similar.
check out this Awakening Con in Manchester with Steve Mira. It's absolutely amazing. I'm excited and scared at the same time. We'll see what happens. I'll just go, nah, yeah,
Nah.
bastard, and walk away. They have a sense of humour with our team. Some are so funny. Yeah, I think you have to, don't you? Just have
yeah.
Otherwise, you'll go mad yourself.
Don't talk to yourself.
Hi, Andy Gresham Simpson. I said it.
You said it. Right, well done.
It's lovely. And Robert Fulton, Rabsy Nesbitt, says, have a good night, Viv and Barry. And you too, Rab, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a good one too.
I don't have
But I am going to get you back though, Barry, because I just think we've just skimmed a little bit of this interview. There's so much more.
We just took the skin off of rice pudding, basically.
Yeah. Then we'll get you back on and then we'll talk about what happened at the Parameet. We want to know all the gossip.
Hey, I've got a memory like one of them things with holes in it, so I'll be no good.
Just take a pad and a piece of paper and just write things down.
I've got a dictaphone somewhere. I'll take that.
Yeah, no, we really want to get you to come back on, and I know that Sean, that Dan would be kicking himself that he's missed you tonight.
I'd like to know what your show tells you staying in New York.
I have no idea. I have no idea. He really loves York. He's very passionate about it.
You can't blame him for that, I must admit, though. He's got good taste.
Yeah, I think he'd go back. He'd live there if he could, knowing Dan, you know. So
well, I basically did as a child, but my grandparents came from there, so every weekend I was in York.
Yeah,
so,
great place, great part of the world to go and visit.
It's a beautiful place. If anybody who's never been to York, I mean, if you're not into a paranormal, go for a day out or something. It's a beautiful place to visit.
Mm.
I mean, just don't go when it's flooded.
Don't go when it's flooded. They've even got they've got a white horse, haven't they, up in York, like on the cliffs? There's like a white horse.
York don't have any cliffs.
No, it's like a hill type thing. It's not a really, really old one. It's newer, but it's one of those white chalk horses on the hill.
I'd love to do something like that, one day. Like we did these crop circles years ago. Find a nice big hill and draw something chalk lined in it. Get him talking.
A ghost.
Yeah, proud to be paranormal.
Yeah. That would be good.
You give me an idea there. Bit of advertising for next year.
Yeah. Right. Cliff says, great to meet you, Barry. I will give you an update on Wakefield.
Please do. I tell you what, as well, when I next visit Wakefield, I'd like to meet up with you because I do visit quite often still. Yeah.
There you go, Cliff.
I still visit Featherstone because my mother lives there, you see, so my brother. So that's always, I'm always visiting. So Wakefield, always, I've got a soft spot for Wakefield, so yeah, definitely.
All right, guys, me and Dan will be back next Tuesday on the Things Network, where we'll be talking about fakery in the paranormal. It's a discussion program, so it might get a bit wild, to say the least, and it might get very sort of lit, that discussion. So I will try and keep a calm proceedings. But that's what Tuesday night's discussion is. And next weekend, we have a guest next weekend, next Wednesday, we have a guest. So tune in for that. We will be talking about all things fun and spooky. I am, as we come off air, I am going to get a couple of more dates with Barry and get him back on, because there's just so much more that we got to discuss. So yeah, you're going to be seeing him a couple of times yet after this show. So look forward to that. It's going to be brilliant. That's all I can say. Have you got any last words for people in the chat, Barry? Anything you want to say to anyone?
If anyone doesn't know me, if you want to find out a bit about myself, I do run a paranormal Facebook group called BRF Paranormal. I am on that. I am an amateur photographer as well, so anything spooky or involving photography, I mean, I'd love to get to know you more. And just if you're especially paranormal based, writers, authors, just come forward, and I don't bite. Don't forget, be proud to be paranormal.
Yeah. Take care, everyone. We will see you soon. Mind how you go, guys.